What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys for tuning back in. You already know who it is at y'all service right now. God of War Ragnarok, giving y'all some commentary over myself playing along this long journey of this long quest. If you're new to this channel, thanks a lot. I appreciate you for taking 5 seconds and clicking on this video. If you like what you see, you like this video, or check out some of my older videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. If you bored, you need some friends to play with, hey, I'm friendly as heck. Send that PSN down below. Alright, so basically the goal here is we don't fully know the goal. It's too many disagreements here at the table. I'm just checking out some gear really quickly. I really ain't been paying attention too much to the gears. It look like we got a accessory that we can kind of put on our trays, and I guess it give us like somewhat of a bonus towards melee attack, or the sonic deal bonus to stun and different things like that. Also, what I had discovered too while playing is that there are coins. With these coins, you can basically put them on top of your skill sets, and they'll kind of give a little bit of bonus, almost acting like a perk. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get into the gameplay.
Right behind you.
I'll meet you at the gateway presently, friends.
Excuse me, sir. Mind if I take a little peek at you? I promise I'll be brief. My goodness, what a strapping physique. Capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence, I imagine.
What is happening?
This must be the squirrel that tends the world tree.
That delectable aroma. Could it be? Pardon the intrusion. Ah, yes. Amber resin. Delightfully nutty with a hint of squidding.
No.
Not one for gastronomic exploration, I see.
Wait, if you're Ratatosker, why are you so different when we summon you for help?
It's a long story. But you are correct. I am indeed Ratatosker. The one you know as Ratatosker is merely one of my spectral aspects. And a particularly nasty one at that. I consider him so far removed from myself that he's practically a different person. Speaking of, Bitter, would you like to come out and see your friends?
Fuck off! I'm busy!
I suppose that was to be expected. Anyway, now that I've polished off all this resin for you, would you like the seed back?
It is the seed.
Indeed. A seed of Yggdrasil, to be precise. Since my dwarven tenants performed their little reconfiguration, you'll need seeds like these to open up new destinations on my tree.
Your tree, huh?
Yes, my tree. Here, let me show you.
Oh, well, what do you guys think about our little friend here named Ratatosker? If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I don't know. Every time I'm trying to do some commentary, I'm having tongue twisters over here. Right here, look like we're faced with our first decision kind of freely choice here in this game. When we're unlocking new realms, we get the option to pick, I guess, this one or that one or this one or that one. I went with the quest one because I figured maybe if I run out of seeds, then I would have to go somewhere else and have to find seeds. So I just wanted to stay on the regular mission and continue moving forward. And that's pretty much it.
To the land of the elves.
Sure I can. Alphon was the first time we ever realm traveled using your temple. Freya tried coming with us, but Odin cast a spell on her. She can't leave Midgard.
That's terrible.
So then we fought our way through an army of dark elves to get to the light.
You interfered in the elf war.
Not by choice. We sought to fill our Bifrost, and they attacked us.
The dark elves were covering it with their sticky hive stuff. When we freed it, light elves came back. They seemed better in Alphon.
Did they now?
I want to know ultimately is Freya, since she has that spell on her, how is she going to break it? Like, what is, what is her goal? What is she doing moving forward? It would be nice to see that she joined our alliance somewhat. Like I said previous, he will be helpful in the long run, and I'm excited to see that too. Here we're trying to find Groa Shrine, or whoever that is, or whatever purpose that's supposed to do for us. We're gonna find out pretty quickly here. This place looked completely different in my opinion. I know Atreus and the whole freaking characters keep on saying it, but when you see it for yourself, it is like a completely different place. Before it was open, it was kind of like an open space, almost like a galaxy in my opinion. If y'all played the last one, yeah, y'all pretty much catch my drift. But if you didn't, let me put you on some tea here. It was these damn knights that we had to fight, and basically it was elves. They look like little, how can I describe them? They look like little marshmallows with wings. I don't even know, like, and then some of them wasn't even being like violent or anything, or even posed a threat as an enemy. They just was just there floating in freaking space, messing up everything. And then the dark elves pretty much was annoying. We had these kids with these giant forks and armor. They were pretty annoying. They shoot kind of red flaming balls out you and kind of just stop your progression from being over aggressive towards the enemy, kind of slow it down. But the boss fight was a little bit more annoying back in those days.
What do you hear?
Feels like some kind of animal. How could anything live in a storm like that?
Plenty of caves under the desert.
I had an absolute brain fart. I couldn't remember what button it was to press on the controller in order for me to light up these pot of hot rocks to unlock this chest. It just wasn't coming to me. I'm like, all right, maybe I gotta get it a little, maybe I gotta press triangle, maybe I gotta hit the flame already, then put it over there. I'm like, what button is it? I'm sorry, but listen, we're gonna get past this. We're gonna get past this.
There. The Temple of Light.
Your shrine is at the top.
Freyr never bothered returning to Alfheim, did he, Mimir?
Aye, no. I assumed the fate of his own realm took precedence.
Wait, Freya's brother?
Yes. Cut from a different cloth, that one.
There's a barricade up ahead. What are those
Freya
kind of
probably
rocks?
got a whole crap ton of family members that we don't even know about. I ultimately want to know how the family tree works with the characters in God of War. Mess around, somebody be their cousin, and it might just get ridiculous at this point. However, Freya brother, I just want to know, did we see him already? No, I don't think we seen him in this game. It's impossible. Yeah, we didn't see him. However, he's probably all about fucking killing everybody with witchcraft. I'm pretty sure of it. If he the opposite of her, and she only turned so evil and spiteful since the death of her son. So imagine how he is. Then this was a super random just sidebar out there. If you notice, the mirror has yellow eyes. Then if you notice, we got this guy over here. Tyr has yellow eyes. Do all the giants, or maybe those who speak a certain language, have yellow eyes? But Atreus is a giant as well. We haven't seen any yellow eyes here. That's just a sidebar. Then of course, if we see a golden chest, we gotta look and see what's inside. And playing this game, when you're walking past chests or you're walking past a certain puzzle that's kind of off, the quest is not really needed to be completed in order to continue on the game, is really hard to pass up by, in my opinion. Sometimes I would really spend, it's ridiculous, I'll spend about 15 or more minutes trying to figure out what goes up, what goes down, especially the ones where you're hitting the little letters. Oh my goodness, the little letters, and I can't find the damn letters at all. It's like, goodness, are you blind? But then sometimes when I look back at the video, or I look back at my gameplay, I'm like, damn, it was right there the entire time prior to me already finding it. Tyr just popped out of nowhere. I understand he didn't want to climb or anything, but where is he going? Where is he going? Like, he knows some ins and outs already. What the heck? Tyr, like, look, get away from me. I will push you. My hands is up. I'm using nothing but my self-defense mechanism. Look at this man. Look at him. He's just, I don't know. It's just something about him. he got to get it together. He's too big to be acting like that. He's a damn giant. He's supposed to be a warrior, man. And it's just every time I see him just act like that, it just give me a weird feeling. I don't know. Somebody need to unlock his rage. Some information need to be found. Maybe he need to see Odin himself. He stand in front of Odin, let Odin tell him something. Odin might try to fight him or kill him and put him back in prison. Therefore, he might become a little bit irate and then defend himself. We're hitting these people up. We hit them with the green shit, making them believe they're in the Matrix for a second. If you really want to get rid of these people, because I don't know, they're a little annoying. I feel like my attack sometimes is a little weak. So put them up against the wall, pull out your fist, bang, 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 and then counter hit their ass with R3. You're perfect. You're good to go. You'll get these kids out of here in no time. In no time, absolutely no time.
They attacked us.
More will follow
And
once
we
we're
running
inside.
along and look at what we see to our right. Boom. Our first, I think you call him Nardier chest or whatever. I know I'm butchering the word. I'm butchering the mess out of that name. Don't come at me for mispronouncing names and everything like that. I believe this orange thing that's popped out like this, it could be our Mystic Gateway.
So tall. We came in from the top last time. Didn't realize all this was even down here.
It's an older gate, built to promote cooperation between the elves. I'll go first. Atreus, let me know when I've reached halfway.
So, what's happening right now?
This seal is meant to represent the balance of the realm when Freyr was here. Light and dark, working together in harmony. How's that look, Atreus?
Good, I think. Father, now you go.
Unfortunately for Alfheim, Freyr couldn't accept his sister's decision to marry Odin. He returned to Vanaheim and left this realm to its fate.
To be fair, the Aesir did set him on fire that one time.
The door should have opened. Are you sure it's balanced?
Yeah, but the realm isn't. Not anymore. Father, try pulling it the other way. Yeah, it's here. You keep pushing forward.
Fine work, Atreus. Shall we?
What's this Dark Elf statue doing in the Light Temple?
That's just how they looked before the division.
The division.
Yes. The elves weren't always split between light and dark, you know. This statue depicts the elves before the war.
Now look, I came in this place, I'm like, damn, look, we got our first damn door. It's just got a light barrier. What am I supposed to do? Don't that look like you could jump down there? So that's why I went over there. I'm sitting here to the right. I'm like, I'm about to get out of here. Then they talking about these crystals. And I'm just I threw my pickaxe. It didn't work. And then finally a fucking light bulb went off in my head. And I'm like, holy shit. We hit the thing off the purple little ricocheter to open up and break the damn crystals. Wow. Wow. The logic is there.
It's the light.
I've never seen the Lake of Souls so volatile.
Aye. Fimbulwinter, you reckon?
Of course, making the light unstable.
So the base of this light well, that's the Lake of Souls.
Yes. After the creation of the 9 realms, fallen souls began to gather down in those waters.
When the elves discovered its potential, they built this temple to harness that energy. A smashing success, to say the least.
Many of them became addicted to its newfound power, and thus, the Light Elves were born.
Then one thing about these purple rocks, purple crystals, whatever your stones, whatever you want to call them, they're absolutely like, what do you want to call it? Angle sensitive. The angle of everything matters with these. Like, they're not giving you no leeway. If you're not coming to blow up, like, coming about doing this at a specific angle, you can call it bye-bye. Me, I'm thinking, okay, if I press, L2 and hold it, it'll do it for you. Nope, you gotta find that blue line, and they really want your ass to work for it. But we got it done.
So I imagine our light elf friends will be less than pleased.
Speaking of light elves,
Let me try talking to them again.
Tira's trying to be a peacemaker and talking about, let me try talking to these people. Like, do they even understand English? Do they understand our language that we speak, or their language that they speak in that game? No, survey says 0, so I don't think that's a good idea in the first place. And these people, kick him right off the damn bridge. He's done. If you ever get tired of freaking fighting annoying ass enemies, throw them off the ledge easily. Easy money, easy kills. Just throw them off the ledge and put them in the corner until that critical hit come up and press that R3 button. By the time I beat this game, my R3 button is going to be needed replaced. I need to stop smashing it so hard.
Poor souls.
weird. They came across on light bridges, but now the bridges are gone.
I have an idea to get us across.
Tira said, I have an idea, and he just took matters in his own hands. He's absolutely showing off his acrobatic ability. No wonder back there when they said where the hell he go, he probably just jumped over the fucking map and said, boom, voila, I'm hearing magic. That's pretty much what he did there. He displayed it right there for us. Leapfrogging ass.
He's sticking around. He does this sometimes.
Ah, curious mind. Carry on.
Temple looks so different than I remember. It was all broken and covered in hive stuff last time we were here.
These elves use Alfheim's light to enhance the temple, and themselves by the look of it.
They definitely looked more dangerous than last time.
Oh, those were just the foot soldiers. They'll get more dangerous the further up we go.
Great. So if these elves use the light to build doors and make themselves stronger, what do the dark elves want with it?
To return it back to its source. To them, the natural resources of Alfheim are sacred, none more so than the light itself.
Aye, the light elf success came at a
Boom.
terrible
Here we
price.
are with another fucking Barney kidney stone, trying to figure out where the fuck I have to throw this pickaxe in order to figure out how to fucking crack this damn crystal. You do not know how frustrating sometimes the simplest things like this would be frustrating to me. Like, it's just like, okay. Now I said, let me take a step back. Let me look at something. Let me look at something real quick. Oh, I gotta jump up here, get up here and do it. Wow. I need to think a little bit more. Maybe. Before I do this, before I make another gameplay, I might not want to skip out on my breakfast because obviously I can't think straight and figure them things out. Atreus is in my way. He's blocking everything, making me run in place. If you notice, with Kratos run, he's out of breath like shit. I want to know how old is Kratos? Anybody know? Drop the number up there. I don't know. I'll find that out myself. But Kratos act like he got asthma sometimes. It don't make sense. He seem like he don't have no stamina. I will sprint for 2 seconds right here. Like this nigga about to die or something. Relax, take a deep breath, drink a Gatorade, and kick some ass. We got this dude floating, and Atreus just came in. He's riding for his pops. Like, we just had that freaking fairy, or whatever you want to call him, the dark elf, light elf, I don't know. We're fucking the elves up. We better make a wish. That wish they never come in front of our faces again. I'm thinking about changing my shield, though. My shield has, I believe it says high risk. What is it? High risk. No, high reward or some shit. I can't get the words right. Basically, it's risky. If I don't pull off the block, I'm going to take a lot of damage. Like some type of, you might see me take a shit ton of damage. That's basically because that's how the shield works. That's how the shield works. Like, If I miss the block, I'm gonna take more damage than what I normally am supposed to do. I'm thinking about changing the shield. I don't know why. I'm thinking about it. Just change it up. Just switch it up. I would change the gear literally just to put on different attire and just have Kratos or something different, because I might like the color. Or sometimes it's not even all about the strength, the luck, fertility, and things like that.
This is an elven conflict.
I said as much the last time we were in Alfheim.
Right. Sure made a lot of big light doors.
Fortifications.
Aye, none too eager to let the Dark Elves run the roost again.
You know, literally, this is another. Once I figured it out, it's so simple, and it's just like, duh. Like, are you thinking, cat? I don't know where my brain is at. But first of all, I'm gonna fast forward this because I literally spent like I said, 15-20 minutes trying to figure this shit out. If you look at, all you gotta do is really set it on the level of the second story, and then rotate it, and then come up and just throw the damn pickaxe. I don't know why. Once you move it forward, you only can go forward. You can't hit the yellow circle, and it won't go back. It won't. It only can go forward. All right.
Excellent. Let's continue our ascent, yes?
Here go these flying ball of string of fucking. They look like jellyfish roaches, like with imaginary wings, because they all but just floating all the damn time. I should have listened to it. At the beginning of this quest, we had unlocked the ruin attack, where we can press and hold down to activate the ruin attack, and I think with the X, it will smack around multiple enemies. I think I might throw that on. If it gets too crazy and I'm running into too many nightmares, that's just what I'm gonna have to do. So yeah, hopefully we can get better with these puzzles and tighten up our freaking strategic minds here, because we are clearly a little bit on the slow end figuring shit out. And I apologize for that, but thanks a lot for your patience. But either way, with Tears, he's still here, trying to play this peacemaker role. He jumping in the way of fairies and everybody, about to get himself killed or himself hurt. And then what? Then what? Who knows? I don't know. But what will break a bone or break a muscle in his mindset to finally result to violence? I don't know. But we're going to keep on slicing up these fairies. Hopefully we don't get no weird, wicked curse on us. They got this nice looking sword here. It looked pretty tough. I just like it. I just like the animation of the dash and everything. Imagine Kratos with a sword. Or imagine if somewhere it was a modification. I'm pretty sure it is, with all the mods and hacks and PC things going on in this day and age. What if Kratos can have a different weapon besides just a axe in the chain? What if you could just give him whatever the fuck you want? What if you could pop out some guns and start shooting out blazing glory? I don't know. Would that change the whole dynamic of the gameplay? Pretty sure it would.
Whoa! Tyr can really jump.
That's the wrong. Oh, another chest.
Tyr is like, okay, at a certain point here, brother, you're kind of testing my patience. But then at the end, he's understanding the learning curve, and he's kind of getting used to our essence of how we explore places. Saying, hold on, I know what you're about to do. Even though I said go left, you go right. It's cool with me. You see a chest. And you know what's funny? I didn't even see a chest. I just went the opposite direction just cause out of curiosity. I'm kind of happy I did. Then ultimately, I think when I find time here, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to kind of replay or rerun certain type of missions and go through the director and see if I, you know, connected with all the neuro chests and collected everything possible. I just know for a fact I'm missing something, because sometimes I get impatient with myself and I just be like, all right, listen, I throw in a towel, I quit, I give up. I'll come back at this another time when my tolerance is a little bit higher. But sometimes I'm just like, I'm ready to get going and ready to just get some ass kicking. We're leapfrogging and swinging over here like Spider-Man a little bit. I'm actually enjoying the animation though. The gameplay of doing this is better. What I want to see, if we can actually swing somewhere and do some type of dynamic, some type of dynamic animation where we're actually fighting. We already jumping off of cliffs and everything in the mountains, so why not add that in there, you know?
Continue up this way.
Father, over here.
At that very moment, I felt like Atreus was kind of in my head somewhere, because yes, I was just looking over the cliff, just looking at the graphics of this game and just kind of enjoying it. I did not know where I was going. I just took a pause right there, and he said, "Hey, Father, over." That was like perfect. Whoever came up with that idea, I applaud you, because my GPS system is just it's just fucked up right now. It's really fucked up. Here we are, we're shooting these green arrows, and strangely, when I'm playing, I'm finding out that at certain points or with certain enemies, I don't know what that has to do with it, depending on the time frame of their life, whether they're about to die or healed, or whatever the case may be, blocking. Sometimes it can cause the enemy to kind of hug themselves and become in slow motion. And then a fun fact here, I was bored. Hey, I might be a little nerd, you know. Sometimes when you're just bored, you just start Googling stuff. So I actually wanted to know what Ski Alpha actually meant. You know how certain kids, whenever you were younger or previously, sometimes you just repeat a word and you don't fully know what it means, but you'll act like you know what it means. Anybody do that? Yes, no, is it just me? That's okay. But don't sit here and act like everything somebody say out their mouth or doing video games you completely understand. Yo, we all come flawed to that. But anyways, Skiapa, fun fact, I don't know, I think it's Norway or Norway or whatever. That's where it originated from, but it actually means like to quiver and to become green, and that's exactly what they're doing. So that's kind of self-explanatory. However, I don't think that has to do with any, you know, context clues of God of War whatsoever. So as we freaking causing self-destruct with these large, gigantic statues that are making the light bridges, if we can recall from the last God, I know I keep making reference from the last God of War, but it's relevant. It's relevant, okay? Listen, before we had our blue arrows, we can just shoot it. Freya had gave us some type of magical powers, and we can just shoot at the light bridges and we can go across them. Now it looks like we can move anywhere unless we break the crystals out these giant statues. Yes, we ran across another damn brain fart here with the chest. I'm just gonna look around, decompress, and figure it out later.
Right side, it's coming!
Now, sadly, I'm horrible with the on-screen pressing buttons. Why? Let me explain this to you. For some reasons, I like to change my back trigger buttons. My L1 is not L1, R1 is not my R1. They're actually L2, so my triggers are swapped. I'll do that in the, as you guys might be aware of, or if you aren't aware of, you can do this in your settings, go to controller settings, and then go, the accessory settings, then go to controller, then go to button accessories, and you can actually map out the entire, you know, controls if you want, even if the game don't come with that option. But the only thing is, sometimes I forget to turn it on. I'm so used to it now. However, when I see a L1 on screen, it's not necessarily L1. Even if I press L1, I input it the wrong thing. So just gets a heads up. That's like the pros and the cons of that accessory edited thing. Another thing, speaking of just like pros and cons, I just ran into my first issue with Share Factory. I'm trying to see how it is, but however, I can only upload 10 clips of commentary, which is strange. Is anyone else having this problem? I just want to put that out there to just see if it's me, or maybe, is it a bug? Is it a glitch? It's really bothering me. It's really bothering me. I was actually happy that this was the last set of fairies or whatever you want to call them, because they're starting to get a little bit repetitive. I'm tired of their floating galactic freaking snowball that looks like a galaxy within itself. They should have been ninjas in my opinion. I mean, look at the sword work and look at the dashing. Or they might know Naruto a little bit. I don't know, but I'm trying to throw them in this fucking beam of light, and I can't get past it, so instead I just chop them up. They survived that? I'm like, when did these enemies survive a critical hit? And no matter what, I can't get them inside this light. I'm thinking it was like an environmental thing where if you pushed them off the cliff, maybe if I pushed them in the light, they would just die. But no, that didn't happen that time, but it's okay. He fell miserably, and I'll take the health. We'll finish off the rest of these enemies with the ski alpha. I like it, then like I said, it does what it wants at times. Oh, that was tough. It does what it wants at times. You see how that time the enemy just went down, but the other time I used the ski alpha on the last fairy, or whatever you want to call him. I did a critical hit on him, however, he didn't die. So I guess it's pretty much up in the air. I don't know. Up in the air is kind of a funny pun here, because we're going up, and we're rising, going up in the air. You catch my drift? No? Alright, it's cool. Let's get back to the game.
You think there's any way to stop the elves from fighting each other?
Had Freyr not abandoned the realm, a last menace may have formed. Now,
Can we really place all the blame on Freyr? This war started long before his arrival.
he had the power to heal this land and end the war, did he not?
He made his choice.
The wrong one.
For Alfheim, perhaps, but not necessarily for him.
Well, I suppose we're all entitled to walk our own paths, regardless of where you are. We're almost there.
What's interesting is that it seemed the way that Thor was explaining it, and I hope you guys, just a heads up, I hope you guys I know I'm kind of talking a lot over the gameplay a little bit, except for the cutscenes. These captions at the bottom are highly important to like the plot and the story, like deeply in depth, so then you're just not watching and you're just watching and not interpreting, comprehending actually what's going on. Freya actually was I guess someone in this realm, because her magic, she had to learn magic from somewhere, but for some odd reason, once Odin and her became close, they had a beef, had a little fallout, and he cast a spell on her where she basically can't leave or travel to any other realms, which is crazy, because if Odin is the main one who's just depicting this whole thing. We got these prophecies from these giants and everything, but ultimately Odin is kind of doing what he wants. At the end of the day, it's not no dictatorship or anybody telling him what to do. He's kind of just doing whatever he wanted to. Excuse me, French, almost let it loose there. Sometimes I might let it loose. So I mean if you watch my videos, I'll let you know. I'll definitely put an age restriction in there. But yeah, you catch my drift. He just set it off and changed the whole plot of everything. And here we are. We got a nice crystal. And I mean, when I say I was lost, I just was looking at this statue like, damn, this statue is, it got a purple hue to it. It's kind of nice. It's really probably heavy as hell. People that build it, which is the elves, of course they build it. I'm talking about people. That was a lot of labor work, man. Like, you guys ever do some serious labor work? All right, but let's figure this out. We got this sword dangling, and I'm looking at it because normally there's a button that pop up, right? And that button is circle. Circle isn't popping up right now. So I'm like, wait, I know I didn't come and run into my first bug. I know I didn't run into my first glitch on God of War. No, it's no way. I understand that this game, like weeks after this game came out, the developers, they weren't playing any games. They automatically came out with a patch right off the bat. And I mean, certain patches, the patches obviously clear through errors in the game. Then I said, oh, voila, that's my issue. I need to run on the other side and press circle and get up there. And we're coming across these blue these blue kind of messages hitting around. I know before a lot of times Atreus would figure it out, but I want to know if how many of them are in this game, you know, and do I have the patience to actually try to get 100% of everything in this game? Do you, Captain? I don't know. I ask myself that every single time. How about you ask yourself that too? If you hop on God of War, you want to get 100%? If you got 100%, how long did it take you? Was it easy? Was it hard? No, seriously, out of curiosity. And how did it test your patience? Did you just walk around everywhere, look up, look down, lift right, all around? And I wear contacts, and if you blind as a bat, it might be challenging. I don't know. It might be, but it might be easier to you to choose the zone which float your boat, let it float and ride the river to a sink. Know what I'm saying? Alright, but either way, we're lost again. We're lost. As you can tell, once I go back and then forward on the same platform once or twice, or maybe 3, or maybe 4, then you know something ain't right. You know I'm lost in the sauce. It's spaghetti, it's Alfredo, it's all that. I even got so lost, I start looking at the artifacts. I'm like, all right, now, wait a second now. Is it the artifacts now? I'm going to fast forward the video and just speed it up to help us out here.
The angle should work, Kratos.
Well done.
At your service. The light of Alfheim. Stunning.
Nothing.
What's wrong?
I could hear Mother inside last time, but I can't anymore.
Her soul is one with the light now, united by forces older than Odin himself. She is at peace, Atreus.
I hope so. When Father went inside the light, he said
You went inside the light of Alfheim?
Yes.
And yet here you stand, of sound mind and decidedly not incinerated. You must tell me, Kratos, what did you see?
That memory is for me alone. But I felt only moments pass.
Didn't feel like moments to me.
I was trapped. Atreus overcame great odds to save me.
One could but only imagine. Well then, Groa's triptych awaits.
So, did you ever meet Groa?
Many times. But she was plagued by constant visions, so conversation was difficult, to say the least.
What are you doing?
I heard something.
Father, she's gone.
Keep moving.
Alright, so if we remember, that beam of light actually had us stuck in like a loop where we didn't know what was going on. Atreus basically went God mode and he saved us. We jumped in there, and I think it makes you go down memory lane, and it makes you kind of relive your memories as if they're actually real. But at the same time, the more sunken you get deep into your memories with this magic, I think it can ultimately kill you. And that's where Kratos was pulled out by Atreus. He was just saved by the bell. He was just saved. I mean, it was
Exactly. What do you think, Atreus? Is there a right side in this war?
I don't know.
Then perhaps you shouldn't pick one.
The shrine is right there.
Yeah, but there was a Nornir chest down here last time. Oh, guess they moved it.
There it is.
Ah, you all made it. Welcome.
Thanks for grabbing this.
At your service. I'll disinfect my tools. Huh. That might be my best piece yet today.
Very good.
Gonna keep it spatter-free.
The giants always did enjoy hiding their secrets in plain sight.
Wait until you see this.
Ah, yes. Here we have Groa's search for her missing husband. She was relentless in her attempt to find him. Meditated for weeks on end. Unfortunately, she found something else. A vision of Ragnarok.
Word of Groa's vision reached Odin. He sought her out, demanded a private retelling.
Didn't like what he heard, apparently.
Ironwood? That's the... I don't know what that is.
The mythical sanctuary for giants. Curious.
So it's in Jotunheim?
I know some giants thought so, but Ironwood isn't anywhere, lad. It's a concept, a metaphorical paradise. It's not real.
Presumably, Groa requested her ashes be returned to Jotunheim, while her soul found peace in the light. Difficult to imagine Odin respecting those wishes. The champion?
I think it's supposed to be... me.
You assume too much.
Aye. Best not to read into these abstractions so literally. Prophecies are slippery by nature. Although, some are more obvious than others.
Ragnarok.
Aye. The end of everything.
So this is it. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
There must be a way. Why else is this hidden?
Look, Tyr. This is what we saw. It's you, fighting in Ragnarok.
No. I don't... I can't.
What's this then? That's new.
Asgard is destroyed? But the other realms thrive?
And Odin dies.
She lied.
Groa lied. Of course she did. Odin's working off a false prophecy.
So then, we can win Ragnarok. We can beat Odin.
We are not present in any of this.
But that was Tyr leading the charge against Asgard. Plus, Hell's army was there. And the elves. Champion. Okay, whoever that is doesn't matter. But for the first time, we know something Odin doesn't. We just saw we can win. Tyr?
I won't allow prophecy to define my choices.
But we just saw you.
No, Atreus. This is wrong.
Come. There is much to discuss. It is time.
All right, so I didn't really talk too much throughout there because there's a lot of information I want you guys to pay attention to. I'll do a conclusion note in the next video. Please tune in. If you notice, I zoomed in on that device. That's the second or maybe more devices that Atreus has captured that he's been hiding from Kratos. The first one had some color to it. But I appreciate you guys, man. Much love. Don't forget to tune in for the next one.